A flash in the skies over the US Capitol, signalling a disaster that no one can yet explain.
She texted me that they were landing in 20 minutes. The rest of my text did not get delivered. That's when I realized something might be up.
American Airlines Flight 5342 travelling from Wichita, Kansas to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport didn't reach its scheduled destination. It was just before 9 p.m. Washington time on Wednesday that the passenger jet was on its final approach, minutes away from landing, when it collided mid-air with a US Army Black Hawk helicopter. Both aircraft sent plummeting into the Potomac River. The plane was carrying 60 passengers, including world champion Russian figure skaters and 4 crew members. 3 American soldiers were on board the helicopter.
The work has now shifted to a recovery mission. Sadly, there are no survivors. This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital.
A few minutes before landing, aircraft controllers asked the jet to land on the shorter runway. Flight tracking sites showed the plane changing its path. Then, 30 seconds before the crash,
did you see that? American 3130, go around.
The plane stopped transmitting a signal around 700 metres short of the runway.
We do not know what led to this crash, but we have some very strong opinions,
including blaming Obama, Biden and diversity inclusion policies for the crash.
The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions. As diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. You had a helicopter that had the ability to stop. I have helicopters. You can stop a helicopter very quickly. It had the ability to go up or down. It had the ability to turn. There was so little time to think. But what you did have is you had vision. It could have been 1,000 feet higher. It could have been 200 feet lower. But it was exactly at the same height, and somebody should have been able to point that out. So all of this is going to be studied.
To back up what the president said, what I've seen so far, do I think this was preventable? Absolutely.
The incident has sparked safety debates over the busy Washington airspace.
It's quite possible that this training flight of this Black Hawk helicopter was a covert style training mission of going black, if you like, and not having any electronic tracking turned on, and a tragic error of doing this around an airport.
But for now, the focus remains on the recovery mission and the families affected. Kristina Simich, TRT World.